So, episode one. I just got done watching episode one of She-Hulk. It just premiered on Disney Plus. Now, this is before we get into it. I want you to know this is AWO in World Order. Before I want you to hit the notification bell for streams and videos. Like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about this. And yeah, so this is a non-spoiler review. So this is gonna be a video. A spoiler-free review is gonna be a stream this upcoming Saturday, August 20th, and that'll be a live stream. This is this video. It's gonna be uploaded. So be sure to come join me on Saturday for the actual spoiler-free review where we talk about the episode with the spoilers involved and stuff. But yeah, so She-Hulk. You know what? Of all the Disney Plus shows, I really liked this episode premiere of the show. I thought it was fun. One of the best in a while, be honest. I liked it better than Moon Knight and Hawkeye. Yeah, even better than Miss Marvel. Let me tell you, the VFX, CGI VFX. Remember the first time we saw the first trailer back April or something, and we were like, April or May, and we were like, oh my god, it doesn't look so good. Guess what? They definitely polished in time for the premiere show. Premiered for today. It was definitely polished and looked really, really good. Now, this is basically an origin episode of Jennifer Walters She-Hulk. I won't get into details how she became She-Hulk in this episode, but it's just basically an origin. And she does break the fourth wall a little bit in this episode. Little bit, tiny bit. In this episode, I don't think she's going to break a fourth wall a lot in this show as much as you think. Only a little bit during the show. But she definitely does break the fourth wall in this episode a little bit. But you see her relationship with Bruce, basically in this episode. Bruce Banner, obviously Hulk. And how she became the Hulk. And you know what? I'll tell you one thing. Tatiana Maslany, the way she played Jennifer Walters, top notch. Because that's the way Jennifer Walters is treated in this show so far in this first episode is how she's in the comics. In the comics, they perfected her personality, comics to the show so far. And there's some cringy jokes in this show. It's supposed to be, but there's some funny jokes too. And I think you'll fall in love with Tatiana Maslany. Now, let me tell you, there's gonna be certain people who are gonna take offense to this show, to this episode, and to this show overall. And they already have before. I mean, there's a review bombing on yesterday, giving it 1 star from 30-year-old men over. Yeah, and those people who they are, and before they even seen the show, and they're gonna see us, and they're gonna bash on it because they didn't like what they heard in the show. Obviously, because they have their own prejudice against this kind of stuff that this show is showing. But yes, She-Hulk. Now, let's get back into the show. Because there's more I really want to say about this. It has to be spoiler free, right? I can't really go into much detail, but CGI VFX much polished. They did, like I said earlier, they definitely polished in time for the premiere, the show to go on Disney Plus, and it looked really, really good. Tatiana Maslany as She-Hulk, they nailed. She perfected. Like so far, she has the essence of Jennifer Walters She-Hulk. She's playing that character like how she is portrayed in the comics. Like she has, like, and MCU at times will not do that. Will not do that with their characters. But in this, yeah, and Mark Ruffalo's in as Hulk. I don't know how much of a big player he's going to be in the full show because it says he's guest star in the credits. So I don't know. I'm sorry. She's beginning of the show. She's talking, and then we see her origin. And at the end of the show, she's in court. I won't tell you what happens there. But yeah, this is basically origin story. Episode for her. And yes, it's different from the comics. Her origin story, how she became She-Hulk, Jennifer Walters, is different. But you know what? I don't. It didn't bother me. It made sense. I'm okay with an MCU changing the origin stories of the characters as long as it makes sense. As long as it makes sense, okay. And you know me, like I like the Marvel MCU, but you know me, Phase 4 is like it's to me sometimes it can be all over the place, but it seems like there's a concrete plan now with the Phase 5 or 6 plans and what leads to the multiverse saga. So it started to become clear. Obviously, they want to introduce all these Disney Plus characters, the MCU, and then the movies, and they want to have them in Kang Dynasty and the Secret Wars all come together once again. But yeah, like I do think there's been a lot of MCU burnout, and I think one reason is the Disney Plus shows and the movies. The Disney Plus 5 or 6 Disney Plus shows, 3 movies a year. That's a lot. That's eight. That's eight. That's basically 8 projects. 8. Yeah, a year from the MCU. And I know 2020 kind of derailed all that plans. Because remember, like most of the Plus shows that came out last year were not supposed to come out in 2021. They were supposed to come in 2020 because of the shutdown, right? Remember early in March when everything shut down, 2020 March, everything shut down. Like the whole world shut down, Hollywood shut down, production shut down, and they didn't get back into filming to what? Basically Hollywood, I don't know, September, October 2020? And I do think WandaVision was January 2021. That's when it debuted. But I do think that's the fastest production on the Disney Plus show. Maybe, perhaps. Because now the Disney Plus shows are taking longer to make. Good reasoning. But yeah. So yeah, with that, this is a good episode debut. Premiere episode. I really like this. I think it's better than Moon Knight and Miss Marvel and definitely Hawkeye. I don't know. Honestly, I put on par with the first episode of WandaVision. You got the perfect actress for this role. But yeah, tell me what you guys think in the comments below if you've seen She-Hulk. And yes, Saturday, in the spoiler-free review will be a stream. I'll have guests on. Make sure you've seen the episode so you could join, all right? And tell me what you think. But yeah, see you Saturday, guys. With that AWO or more is out, make sure to like and share, subscribe, tell your friends. Take care, guys.